originally from Kentucky, representing the South here. We haven't had a lot of South representation, so here I go. One of my cousins moved out here not too long ago, and is very exciting. And I wanted to commemorate this by like getting a placard that said the Yontses, because we both have the same last name. And I was like, yeah, we could hang it up and like take a picture and hold our arms around each other in a loving embrace. And then I was like, oh my God, we can't do that, because then people will think that we're married. Yeah, and then I'd be like, no, like we're just cousins. And they're like, but like, aren't you guys from Kentucky though? Yeah, being from the Bible Belt, I was raised like very religiously. Hung out with a lot of church people. And church people decorate their houses completely with like Bible verses and then Jesus on the cross. I've seen more like Jesus on the cross decor than I have seen Fight Club posters in dorm rooms, and that's saying something. Now, I'm not saying that dying on a crucifix or a cross is like an easy way to go. Like, I've seen Passion of the Christ. That was the goriest horror movie of 2004, you know? And Saw came out that year. They had a tough competition. But yeah, there's like just a ton of other brutal deaths in the Bible too. Like John the Baptist got beheaded and his head served on a silver platter. Peter got crucified upside down. Cain murdered his brother Abel. Where's that merch? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see any of that in someone's house, you know? I haven't seen like the posters or the paintings or like the limited edition salt and pepper shakers of beheaded John the Baptist, right? You know? No, it's literally just Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I think he gets way too much credit just because of who his dad is, you know? Yeah. Fucking nepotism, y'all. But speaking of dead gifts from God, Roe v. Wade, yeah, we've mentioned that a couple times, got overturned earlier this year, which I'm like personally like very, very upset about. And you know, I'm very passionate about reproductive rights, and I was trying to write a bit about abortion, and I don't know, it just like wasn't coming together. So I just decided to cut it, and you know, like any writing class you'll ever take, like the teachers will say, like sometimes you just have to kill your babies, you know. So yeah, I was raised around like a bunch of old people, not young people, old people. My great-grandmother was 76 when I was born. Yeah, unfortunately, she had dementia, which was bad for her, but great for me. It was wonderful. Because I loved playing pranks, and I could play like the same pranks on her over and over and over, and it was like brand new to her every single time. One of my favorite pranks to play on her was like we would have these feral cats that would hang out like near our house, and they'd just be like, they'd be in heat, right? So they'd be like, "Wah! Wah! Wah!" Which is like cat for you up, you know? But like the crying sounded, or their meows sounded convincing enough that it was kind of like, it sounds like a baby crying. So it'd be like, Granny, a baby's outside crying. Granny, we have to do something. And she'd be like, oh yeah, Angela, we gotta go do something. We gotta go find that baby. So I'd be like, okay, Granny, I'll go find the baby. So I'd like run and go get like a baby doll. And I'd bring it back and be like, Granny, I found the baby. The baby looks so hungry. And Granny's like, oh my goodness, well, we gotta feed the baby. I'm like, yeah, Granny, we gotta feed the baby. I think you're gonna have to breastfeed it.
Oh, no.
And she'd be like, well, Angela, I don't know if I can do that. I think I'm all dried up. And I'd be like, well, Granny, you've got to try. So, you know, she'd undo her shirt. And then I'd give her the baby, and I'd gently, like, you know, like pick up her breast, because like she is a little saggy at that age, you know, and place it in the baby's mouth. And then we'd do like both sides. We'd make sure that the baby was extra full. But inevitably, like my mom would find us, and I would get in a lot of trouble. But it was so worth it for the laughs and, you know, the look of shock and horror on my mom's face. And most importantly, to see Granny whip out those sweet, sweet titties, you know? So y'all, while I might not be into cousins, it seems that I am definitely into great-grandmothers, which might be just as gross, but at least it's more original. So, my name's Angela Yonts. Thank you so much.